everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we have a little different start. We are having an overview of all the makeup that I was able to finish in 2024. Looking at it like this, I'm very proud of myself, especially looking at the categories where I tend to struggle. Like, for example, I have a bunch of nail polish and lip gloss here, and I don't really know how to do this video from here. I just wanted to have a nice overview, but now I don't really know how to sit and show you everything. So I think I'm gonna take everything off from this blanket here and have each category on its own. But you're getting a speed review of all of these items. Some I finished a very long time ago and I don't really remember what I thought of it or what it really was, but we will get there when we get there. So if you want to see all the makeup that I finished and hear my thoughts on all of the makeup that I finished in 2024, all the makeup and my nail polishes, keep on watching. And also, if you like makeup related content, project pans or reviews, you should absolutely subscribe, because that is the content that I make here on my channel. But let's gather this up and talk about each category on its own. Okay, this is a bit easier for me. Let's start with our base products here. I have my primers. So I did finish up 5 primers in 2024, which is really great. Some of these didn't have much use before I started, some were basically finished, like this one. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Gripping Primer. I love this primer and I'm so sad that we can't get it in Europe anymore, or at least not in Sweden. They only sell the Urban Decay best sellers, and this is apparently not one of them, but this is one of my favorite primers I have ever tried. So I'm very sad that I can't get it anymore, but I was able to finish that one up. This one is trying to escape, so let's talk about this. I just finished this one in my project pan. This was the last primer to finish in 2024. It was okay. I'm not gonna buy it again. It's more hydrating than anything else, and I don't need my primer to be hydrating. I can get hydration from my skincare, but we finished that one up. I don't know if this was the primer I started 2024 trying to pan. This is the Catrice Tensational primer. It is cut open and a bit nasty, but this was a really nice primer. It had like a tint, so if you're looking for something to maybe wear on no makeup days, but if you still want to have like a nice smoothing glowy skin, you could probably use this on its own. Really great. Not the best if you have, like me, a very oily skin. It didn't really mattify anything, but I did enjoy it, and it's very affordable. These two are also, this one is also affordable. This is by Wet n Wild. It's their primer serum. I think it's kind of a dupe to the Laneige makeup serum primer that they have. This was okay. It didn't make my it didn't control my oils, and I don't think it was very pore refining as it claims to be, but it was fine. And then we have this Re-leaf Gripping Primer by the brand Italian Deluxe. This went by quite fast. It's not a big bottle, but it was a really nice primer. It was gripping, and yeah, I would absolutely consider having this one again. I'm interested in what else this brand has to offer, but yeah, I finished with those. So 5 primers I think is really great. Can we pan 5 primers in 2025? We shall see. Alright, foundation time. I finished 4 foundations in 2024, which is absolutely great, I think, because many of these were quite full. I think this one was the one I started with, the Focallure Matte foundation. Very full coverage. Maybe I should show you. And I had used basically a third of this when I started. I don't think you can get this anymore. I'm not buying from, like, I don't know about this brand anymore. But yeah, it was full coverage. Didn't last the best throughout the day, so even though, you know, on my oily skin, even though it's mattifying, it didn't last the best. Then I have this little guy. This is the ink lasting cover from Peripera. This is a Korean brand. I love this. Very, very liquidy, but still full coverage. Lasted great during the day. I mean, I don't know what magic Korean brands do to make their base products so great, or their like foundations and BB creams, but this was absolutely gorgeous on the face. I could absolutely see myself buying this again. The shade worked out fine for me also. This one is by SOSU by Suzanne Jackson. It's their Dripping Gold CC Me In foundation with SPF 45. It's like a dupe to the NYX Cosmetics CC creams. This was good. It had a lot of coverage, but as I've been saying, I have oily skin, and this is a dewy foundation. Hydrating dewy finish, and yeah. So maybe this was not the best for my skin type. I finished this off by mixing it with, for example, this one. Because this was a bit too dark on my skin, so I mixed them together and it worked out really well. Which, you know, I made also had me finish this one. This is the Balance foundation by Beauty Blender. They have different packaging now. I bought this when they had their sale because they were, you know, repackaging this product. Lovely, lovely foundation. Absolutely great on the skin. I highly recommend. I don't know if they reformulated when they changed their packaging also, but this was a really, really great foundation. So those are the foundations. Okay, I only have 2 concealers. I was working on a different concealer at the end of the year, but that one is a big, big, big compact, and no way I could finish that one up also this year, but I did finish 2. First off, I didn't even remember panning this. I thought this was still in my stash, but no, I had finished it already. This is the Catrice True Skin concealer. It was okay. Wouldn't mind having it in my collection again, but it's not anything that I'm like, okay, this is the new, you know, the craze about Shape Tape. It's not the new It concealer, but it was decent. This one was, however, great, and I know a lot of people like this. This is the NYX Bare With Me concealer serum. Absolutely gorgeous. Not maybe like, it's not full coverage, but it had great coverage anyways, and I think it wore well. Someone said that it like didn't wear well for them, but for me I think it wore really good, well throughout the day. Didn't crease too bad. It was hydrating underneath the eyes, so could absolutely see myself buying it again. The only annoying thing is that you have to pump it out. It's a bit annoying, but what are you gonna do? I also only finished 2 powders because this one took ages. This is the Clarins, what are we? The Poudre Multi Eclat in the shade 01 Light. This is 30 grams, so yeah, and it was basically unused when I started using it. It was a nice powder. I really enjoyed the packaging because the sifter is like loose, so when you wore down the powder, the sifter followed, so to speak. So I'm gonna save this compact for any other powders that I want to depot. But it was good. Not any amazingness or anything, but it was a nice powder. This powder by Dior, this is the old formula, the Backstage Powder No Powder. I loved this when I started using it, but I don't know if it was because of age or because of my skin changing, but at the end I didn't like this. It also got a really bad hard pan all the time, so it was like very annoying to try and pick up, and yeah, it just started out as a really, you know, big favorite, and then at the end of using it, it was like, get this shit out of here. But those were the two powders, which is a bit surprising because I am oily. Take a shot every time I say that I am oily. So I usually go through powders quite fast, but not 2024. Maybe 2025 will be the powder year. We shall see. Then I finished 3 setting sprays. I think I started the year off with this one. This is by Real Techniques. It's their Satin Finish Blend Extender. Don't know if this did anything to make my makeup last longer, or yeah, I don't think it did. It just meshed all my powders together, so I mean it was good for that. I like the sprayer as well. If you're weird about sprayers. Boo! The man came home. This one. This is the MAC Fix Plus in their like Cherry Blossom collection. The sprayer I have changed because the Fix Plus spray is absolutely horrendous. So I switched it up for something else, and yeah, did finish this one up. This was also basically like at the start when I started using it. So, and then I also finished this ABH Dewy set that I got in an advent calendar. I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago now, 2 or 3 years ago, because we're in 2025. This is okay. I mean, I don't need something to make my face dewy. My face handles that on its own, but yeah, it was just a mini, so good to have it out. Here we have some cheek products. I don't remember what was in these pans, but I put them here because something was in here that I finished, but I can't remember what. Maybe it was like a Franken contour shade and a Franken either highlighter or bronzer or blush. Anyway, something was in here. I did finish 2 pans. Can't remember what it was, but there we are. I have 2 blushes. This one is was a cream blush by Wycon. It is absolutely completely done. Really nice, not very pigmented, so you could really build it up. I also enjoyed that it's in such a small packaging, because honestly, like, when do you finish a big ass cream blush? Like, it will take literally years. So I do appreciate that it was in a smaller packaging. Maybe someone will be annoyed about that. The other blush that I finished is this by Mekka. It's their Charming Mineral Matte Blush. It was a very good nude color, very powdery, so it went quite fast. Don't think they sell this anymore. Mekka is like, they change their collections all the time. But we did finish that. And this is a little contour powder that I bought from Style. This is from Missha. Really great contour shade. I am having, when my contour powders finish up, I will have a look and see what K-Beauty brand I can buy, because there are a lot of great contour shades from K-Beauty brands. Then we have 2 powders. This powder by Lurella I didn't finish on my face. I mixed this and used it on my body during the summer. It was very, very sparkly, so it was like a sparkly, shiny, skin of a killer person this summer. But I was able to finish it that way. And then this one is a big success. This is by Ofra. It's their, what do you call it? Glow ×5. It was like their most famous highlighters. I have mixed the darkest shades into blushes and bronzers, but I did have 3 remaining shades in here that I mixed together, franken together, and finished up 3 highlighters. So they are very blinding. It took a long ass time to finish that highlighter, but that franken highlighter, but we did it. I'm so proud, and we can get this item out of here as well. Okay, let's continue with some things for the eyes. So we have 2 bit miscellaneous. 1 eye primer here. This is by Too Faced. This is the Shadow Insurance. Let's see if I can make the lighting a bit better. This was good, but I felt like I ran through this quite fast, which is surprising when it comes to an eye primer. So I don't think I'm gonna buy it again because of that, but I do really enjoy the Shadow Insurance primer. Then I finished up my second to last eye glitter thing. This is by Lurella. It's the shade Donatella. I used this like a base. Instead of a glitter glue, I put this down quite sheer, and then I put glitter on top, or like a sparkly eyeshadow on top, and it worked out so well. So I was able to go through it that way, but these are not like items that I use anymore. The craze when everyone had their Stila glitter and glows is past us. But I was able to finish it up. I have 2 bone white, no, not white, but like beige eyeliners. This one is by LA Girl. It's the shade Lullaby, and this was a metallic one, so it was not my favorite. And then I have this one by Kiko Milano. This was really good. I use them either like on the waterline, of course, but I also use them on like a base for eyeshadows on the lower lashes and the inner corner, because I do have quite runny eyes. So if I don't have like a base, the eyeshadow will disappear a lot faster. So finished those. 1 colorful eyeliner. This is by Beauty Bay. It's one of their pastel eyeliners in the shade Minted, I think. It was a mint green blue shade. Also really nice to have on the inner corners and top off with like a matte shadow. Then a black eyeliner. This is by NYX Cosmetics. I am very proud that I only have, I don't need more than 1 black liner in my collection at a time. So the one I currently have is by Colourpop. This I really like. Could see myself repurchase, but you know, there was the drama with the NYX Cosmetics eyeliners. They contained PFAS, and yeah, but the new ones are supposedly not are free from PFAS, but I don't know. Then we have a black liquid liner. This is by Illamasqua. This one dried out, so yeah, you can see there is some pigment, but not a lot. Didn't like the tip. It is a bit too stiff and thick. And same here. I currently have 2 black liquid liners in my collection. I don't need more than 1, so I'm gonna try to finish up one of them, the oldest one, and then try and keep my liquid liners at just 1. These are my brow things that I finished. We have 1, 2 brow liners. My favorite one is by NYX. This is the micro brow pencil. This was in the shade Espresso. I usually have the shade taupe or ash brown, but this was in my stash since I did the makeup on my friend for her wedding, so I finished it up because I've been having a darker hair anyway, so it worked out fine. We have this one by NYX Cosmetics. It's the Brow Power. I think this is a mini. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this one lasted for freaking ever, and it's not like the thickest pencil either. So if you have this, or if you want a brow pen that it's gonna last, and you want some bang for your buck, I can recommend the NYX Cosmetics one. We have some brow markers. This one I would not purchase again. This is by Flormar. I bought this this summer and it dried up so fast. It's one of those like where you're supposed to draw on like 3 thin lines, but it's not. If I wanted pigment like this, I have to push really hard, and that kind of defeats the purpose of, you know, drawing thin lines. So would not repurchase this one. By Cara Beauty, I have the For Real Micro Brow Pen. This one also dried up pretty fast. It was a bit warmer. Of course, now it's not dried up, but yeah, you had to work a lot to get the effect that you wanted. This is my favorite one, also by NYX. It's their Lift and Snatch. These ones don't dry out. This is really, really great. I think I had this for like basically a year or more before calling quits on it, but highly recommend the NYX if you are looking for a good brow marker. These two I don't care about. I don't care about any like brow gels that are currently in my collection either. This one is by Wycon. It's the Stay Up, and there is still some product here, but I did my best, and this absolutely did nothing for my brows. It did not surprisingly make them stay up, so disappointed about that. This one was a bit better, but it got quite kind of gloopy at the end. This is the Brow Lift by Cara Beauty, I think. Yeah. This was better, as I said, but still, like, I'm searching for that brow product, brow gel to wow me. I don't think I found anything that has wowed me yet. So, if you have any, like, what is your favorite brow gel for making them stay put? Look at this successful lip panning journey I've been on. We have 3 lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, 1 lip liner, which is not the best, but here we are. And then we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 glosses. So the ABH liquid lip in Dusty Rose. This was good. I don't know what has possessed me like in the past to buy a bunch of lip things in this particular shade, because I feel like I have so many. But I do really like the formula that ABH has. I did finish the Fenty Beauty Stunna lipstick. This smelled a bit bad at the end, and I had to toss a different one of these, the red one. So I'm not gonna buy them again, but beautiful formula and shade. It's just such a shame that I feel like these go bad so quickly. I have many older lipsticks in my collection, and yeah, that not the best. For example, this one is by Kix Beauty, and Kix Beauty is no longer a thing. Their own brand is currently called Beauty Act, so this one is hella old. This held up so much better than this one. Perfect shade for me. It's the shade Your Lips But Better, and this really, really was. And this one, yeah, loved the formula. Very thin, didn't feel drying. Great product. And yeah, this is also by Kix Beauty, so it tells you how old it is. This is a lip liner. It's in the shade Blueberry Lips, I think. Was able to finish it up. I didn't think I would get there, but yeah, there is no more pen in this packaging, so we finally did it. And then let's turn to, you can see, I've been on a panning gloss journey. I don't enjoy gloss the most, so I wanted to use up some old stuff in my collection, and hell yeah, I was good. And this one I hated. This is by Budgie. It's the Glowy Hyaluronic Lip Oil Treatment. This felt like it was drying my lips out, so you know, it's interesting that they call it a lip treatment. It was the opposite of a lip treatment. Would not recommend. I don't think Budgie is a brand anymore anyways, so... then we have this guy from September Rose, also not a brand anymore. This one is, as you can see, had a lot of golden sparkle in it. It's the shade Demi-Sec. Yeah, I don't enjoy lip gloss, and I don't particularly enjoy lip gloss with sparkle, so I'm happy to have that one out. I was also able to finish up this Gloss Angeles gloss by Smashbox. I got this from my friend, I think when I turned 30 or something, so it's older. But it's the shade Acai You Girl. Very opaque gloss. Not maybe the best shade, since it's such an opaque gloss. You have like very dark plummy lips. But I finished it up. Then we have these ones by Unearthly Cosmetics, or when I got these they were still called Alien Cosmetics. These three were part of their holiday release just before they changed their name. So we have the shade Spice, we have the shade Ornament, and we have the shade Candy Cane. Really nice formula. Candy Cane was sparkly, so I did prefer the other two, but lovely formula. But I'm happy to have them out. This is also a really lovely formula. The only reason I'm not gonna repurchase this gloss, if I not just because I don't really enjoy gloss, is because I don't like the packaging, because I can't fit in my lipstick stand. But this is by Kiko Milano. It's their 3D Hydra Gloss, and the shade name has rubbed off, but lovely formula. This one kind of broke. I don't know how a packaging like this can break. This is by LH Cosmetics. It's their lip gloss, Infinity Lip Gloss in Dusty Rose. Lovely formula, but it's something making it not squeeze out anything else. It's filled with air, and I have worn it a lot, so I'm calling it I'm putting it in the empties, even though there might still be some product in here. I'm not gonna cut it open. I've been trying to put a needle in there and see if something is stuck, but it's not, so I'm good to call quits on it. I used as much as I could. So, great success. Okay. A pile of mascara. I can't say that all of these are empty. When I toss a mascara, it's if there has been 3 months, but more likely if the mascara starts to dry up. I don't like a flaky mascara. If a mascara is flaky, it falls in my eyes. My eyes get even more watery, and I don't like the life of having black specks on my cheeks either. So if it flakes, it's out of here. Don't really remember, like, I don't know how much to say. I can't remember anything about this. I think it's smudged. I think that's why it's here. Don't like it because of that. This MAC one I got in an advent calendar. This is great for the lower lashes, but it does nothing for my like top lashes. So if you're fancy and want a specific lower lash mascara, maybe this one, but I wouldn't repurchase. Let's see, I wouldn't repurchase this one either. This is also something from an advent calendar, Clinique High Impact Mascara. It was not high impact, don't know what else to say. I think out of these ones, this was okay. I remember loving it back in the days, not as much now. I do still have one in my collection, but it wasn't as great as I remembered it to be. So out of these ones, I think these ones were all pretty good. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think they all had... My favorite type of wand is like a rubber with shorter bristles. So I think I enjoyed all of these, if I remember. Like, I'm not too emotional about mascara. I like dramatic eyelashes. I very rarely put on false lashes, so I like my eyelashes to be dramatic on their own. I don't go for natural lashes like any day of the week, or like natural looking lashes. I of course have my own natural lashes, but when I have mascara on them, I want them to be dramatic. So this one is by Look, Boost Your Length. I don't know if I got this in Croatia or in Latvia. The same goes with this one. I don't know if I got this one I think I got this one in Latvia. Really, really lovely. This is the Black Corset mascara. I think I got this in an advent calendar by Gosh, Catchy Eyes. Or I bought it because of the bristles. I think it was good, if I remember correctly. And this is by Max Factor. It's the 2-in-1 masterpiece. Also like a fat rubber wand. So we did finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mascaras. A bit of a random thing for this empties in particular, nail polish. I have gone on a nail polish craze, bought a bunch of new ones, so I've been feeling like I need to pan. Like, look at these. These are so good. They are these. What are you? Vanessa Molina. It's from their Corpse Bride collection. We Will Have a Wedding. Oh, so stunning. Anyways, these are the polishes that I finished. I have 3 base and top polishes. I have to go for a quick dry top coat because I can't sit around and wait for my nail polish to dry, so I always want a quick dry polish. Loved this one by Mooncat. It's the Speed Devil, I think it's called. This one was also good by Scratch. Currently using one from OPI, and I really enjoy that one. I think it's been holding up the best. These always get so goopy at the end, so I feel like I can't, you can't use it all up because the formula changes when you're at the end of the bottle. This one is Here to Stay top coat. Also like this one, or is it the base coat? Base coat. This was also really nice. I think I've used 1 or 2 bottles of this before. But yeah, really enjoyed this one. I'm currently using an OPI base coat as well, so. Then we have from Espressi, beautiful shade. This is the Saffron on the Move. Saffron on the Move, I think. Beautiful color. By H&M, we have two. ASAP Quick Dry, like glitter shimmer shades. Really lovely to put on top of other things to like change the look. This one is the shade Magic Ocean, and this one is the shade Showtime. I also have by Espressi, this is the FX polish in hollow filter. This was not really hollow, very disappointing, but I do go through these. I feel like I can go through the Espressis quite quickly. This one was super old in my collection. It's the Essie Nothing Else Metals. Very good if you wanted to top it off with like a glitter. This one had a super bad lasting power though. It was like a matte-ish look, and then I don't know, it felt like this particular one didn't last on my nails at all. So there we are. This one is a random from, I think I bought this in Croatia or something. Very sparkly. Very sparkly, but also quite lovely, I must say. Cheap as fuck. I don't remember. It was basically nothing. So, super excited to go on this nail polish journey with a lot of new fun nail polishes to try. So I'm happy to have some out. Alright, there we go. If I counted correctly, I did end up with 67 empties, makeup and nail polishes. I thought it was going to be more, to be honest, but 67 is still a great number. Can I beat 67 empties for next year? Fingers crossed that we're going to be able to do that. Well, I guess it's actually 69 because I counted the highlighting palette as one item, but there were 3 highlighters that I blended together. But yeah, 67, 69. 69 is nicer, right? So, let me know what you think. I hope that you enjoyed this video. How many items did you finish in 2024? Are you happy with your makeup panning journey, or you know, what goals do you have for 2025? I always love to hear from you in the comments. And yeah, I also hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!